Hi everybody, and welcome again to another episode of Cooking with Big Rich. Today I'm very excited. Today I have my daughter Taylor with me, and we're going to do dumplings. I think they're pork dumplings, right?
Yes.
Would you mind starting us out and show us how to do it?
Yeah, absolutely. So our recipe today involves 1 pound of ground pork, and we have 2 already chopped up green onions. Let's throw those right in there.
Very nice, very nice.
And then we're going to take a half a cup of the Big Rich's spicy sesame seed teriyaki.
Which we don't have to measure. You can put as much as you'd like in there.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with a half cup. Well, maybe I'll probably do a little quarter just to see, because I don't want my dumplings insides to be too mushy. So we got a quarter cup in there. And then we just kind of mix by hand, just like you would make a meatloaf. Squish it all up. Obviously,
Very good.
Wash your hands before you do this, please.
No breadcrumb, Taylor?
So we will put in some breadcrumbs because this amount of sauce just has the meat a little too mushy for my liking. You want it to be, the meat to be able to not stick to your fingers this much. So
Can I assist you with the breadcrumbs?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're just gonna shake some breadcrumbs in here.
You tell me when.
Yep. We'll stop there for now.
These are
Yeah,
panko breadcrumbs, right?
Yeah, panko breadcrumbs. They're nice and absorbent. And yeah, we're getting the texture that we need right here. This looks awesome.
A little more breadcrumbs?
Yeah, a little more. Just a little bit. That's good.
All right.
Yeah. Because you want the inside of, you still want the dumpling to be juicy, but you don't want it to be really, gross and messy. And then from here,
A little more?
I think we're good. This is beautiful.
That looks fantastic.
Actually, yeah. And so my preferred technique for folding dumplings. Yeah, this is awesome. Look, it's barely sticking my fingers anymore.
Oh, I see.
Perfect.
I see. All right,
Perfect.
I get it.
Yep.
Very nice, very nice.
So that's the kind of texture you're going for. So Big Rich's sesame seed teriyaki, I'm not putting in any other flavors or anything like that. I just like green onions because they make everything tasty. And what I'm going to do for the folding process, I prefer to use a butter knife. To take, these are store-bought wrappers, pre-bought, so nothing crazy, nothing complicated. Take 2 fingers, wet the outside of your dumpling wrapper.
Is that just cold water?
Just plain water from the tap, nothing
Plain
crazy.
tap water.
So you want about like a little less than a tablespoon. Put it right smack dab in the middle. Then you fold bottom to top. So you make like a cute little pocket. Now beginners,
That is a cute little pocket.
it's cute.
I can't wait.
You can just pinch the sides. As long as your dumpling is closed, then you're A-okay.
Now you could make it fancy if you wanted to and put fork marks in it, right? Am I correct in saying that?
You could do that. I prefer the folding. Just make sure when you're
Just
done.
a simple fold, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll show you my preferred fancy version. Again, same idea, but the inside of your wrapper all the way around. Take a little scoop of the meat.
Now I know you can make beef, chicken, any kind of meat you want, shrimp, scallop, just about anything you want.
Absolutely.
In a dumpling, right?
Absolutely. So I like to do this. I pinch on the end of my, so I'm right-handed, so I'm pinching with my left. And then I like to have the fold cover my thumb, and then I pinch in. Fold, cover my thumb, pinch in. Fold, cover my thumb, pinch in. And then as I'm doing this, I'm kind of shoving the filling back in there. So it doesn't pop out on the ends. Fold, cover the end, pinch. Fold, cover the end, pinch.
Oh, very nice. That's a fancy
Then,
look.
yeah.
See, much better than the last
Got a
one. I
little-
like the fancy look.
Little pocket. And then you're all set. When you're placing them on the tray, just make sure that they're not touching. Dumplings could be any shape and size that you want. You could have fun, you could be creative, whatever floats your boat. As long as they're closed and sealed, then you're good to go. Ready
That's
for
awesome.
cooking.
They look fantastic. All right, let's keep
Thank
going.
you.
Okay, what kind of dumplings are we going to make now? What's in here?
We are going to make beef dumplings with the barbecue sauce.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm gonna start off with like a quarter cup of minced onions. Just kind of throw it in with the 1 pound of ground beef, get a little extra pizzazz.
Yep.
Then this is a bag of 2 cups of cheese, but I'm going to maybe start with half of this. So we're gonna start with 1 cup of cheese.
Couple of shredded. What kind of cheese you got?
Shredded mozzarella cheese.
Okay.
I love mozzarella cheese for these dumplings because it makes them nice and ooey and gooey and cheesy.
Ooey and gooey. I thought I had all the sayings, huh? This one. Ooey and gooey.
That's fantastic.
Sounds like a cartoon.
So right now I'm going with a half a cup of the Big Rich's barbecue sauce for this one. I really like this recipe because it's super versatile. You can use whichever sauce you want from the original line. And you kind of just mix it all up. Kind of like you do like meatloaf or meatballs or something like that. Moosh it all up, make sure everything's nice and
Now
incorporated
you can
together.
do this with ground chicken too, right?
Yeah, you can do this with ground chicken. I like the beef. I like 80% fat because it's, again, keeps the inside of the dumplings nice and moist.
Okay.
You don't want...
So if you were to do ground chicken or ground turkey, you just add a little bit more sauce. Keep it moist.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Yeah, this went beautifully already. Look at that. It's already not even sticking in my hands.
Clean again.
That was nice.
Perfect.
Yeah. So that's how you would mix that one right on up. If you want to do a little salt, pepper to your taste, you can. I'm not a big pepper person. I like my sauce has all my flavor.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty good with this, and I'd be ready to make some dumplings with
Let's
this.
fry some dumplings.
Yeah, let's do this.
Super. Okay, we're gonna start frying these now. A little trick to see if the oil is hot enough. Get a wooden spoon or wooden anything. If you look inside, the wooden spoon will start bubbling. That's how you know your oil's hot enough, without putting water in there and bubbling at you, and you could actually hurt yourself pretty badly. So that's an easy way to do it. All right, T, go ahead.
All right.
You're up.
So we're going to start deep frying 2 of each of the kinds of dumplings. So these are our pork ones, and I'm just gonna slowly put them in here.
There you go.
They're my dumpling babies. And then I'm gonna get these 2 of our barbecue.
And those are the beef ones, right?
Yes, these are our beef ones.
Okay.
Oh, it's going, it's bubbling. So when we're frying them, this is probably, I mean, everyone loves fried things. So this is the tastiest method of cooking things. But when you do this, you want to make sure that they're nice and golden brown. And that's when you know that they are done. But please don't bite right into them because you will burn your mouth.
Now there's another way that you do them too. Is there a pan frying
Yes,
method?
so yeah, you can cook these dumplings any way you want. I like the pan fried method where you take just like a flat pan and you put a little bit of canola oil in it and you kind of line them all up in, you know, nice little order so that every bottom of the dumpling has a little bit of exposure to the canola oil. Then once it kind of like starts sizzling, then you pour water into it, like a, you know, maybe like a half a cup in there, put a lid on, and then it steams. So you get a little crunch, you get a little of the mushy dumplings that we all know and love.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I like the fried ones better than the steamed anyway. Steamed ones to me get a little chewy, but they're nice.
Yeah. And the best part about this recipe is that if you have an entire tray of dumplings all ready to go, wrap them in saran wrap, you can put them in the freezer. They take like a day to freeze. Then you can, you know, unwrap them, put them in any freezer safe container or bag, and they hold really well for a very long time.
Can
So
you
can
deep fry them like this?
Yeah.
Frozen
Oh,
tender
absolutely. You can cook them any way after that.
Very nice.
Any way.
Wow, they cook really fast too.
Yeah.
Huh?
Now we got some bubbling. Starting to get some brown going on mine. All right, so we have a nice golden brown in our dumplings here. So I'm just gonna take them out. You can either have, if you have one of these awesome little basket ladles, then you can use that. But you can just use silicone tongs as well. Just gonna get this off the heat. Pull that down. And there you have your dumplings.
Wow, they look really good.
Oh, they're really good.
I know they're really hot.
They're so hot.
So, can you cut into it?
I'm gonna carefully cut into them. Hopefully I don't hurt myself. All right, there we go. So that would be our beef one.
Wow.
Oh my God, no, that's our beef one.
That's the beef. That's the pork.
That's our pork. Dang, these look so good. Oh my goodness
Pork.
gracious, pork. And here's our final beef one. I really want. Oh, look at all that cheese used in there. Oh my gosh.
So now, if we wanted to, we could take the pork ones. This is the pork and that's the pork.
Yeah.
You could put a little extra sauce on it if you'd like.
Yeah, maybe it'll help cool it down a bit.
Cool it down, yeah, sure. The beef ones, a little extra sauce, doesn't hurt. And there we go. So now we can eat. But
Carefully.
I'm not putting that in my mouth. I don't know about you.
Not yet.
So
No way, man.
I think we should just say thank you everybody for joining us again for another episode of Cooking Big Rich, and eat well.